Welcome to another episode of George Explains. Hello everyone, I'm George from Anchor Creative Education, and this episode of George Explains, I'm going to quickly talk about prepositions. A preposition is a word. A preposition is usually a word that shows you the direction of something, the place of something, the position of a noun. What's a noun? A person, a place, or a thing. It's a noun. Now, if you think about our preposition song, and if you don't know it, you need to be a cool dude and learn it.
It might be the place a noun is. It might be the position a noun is. It might be the direction it's going. Let's show you how they work.
That song is super cool. Now, the way I remember most prepositions is they are position or direction words. They are kind of where words. And how can they work really well? I'll tell you how they can work very, very well. In the hokey cokey, you put your right arm in, your right arm out, in, out, you shake it all about. You do the hokey cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. Whoa, prepositions. Whoa, prepositions. Whoa, prepositions. In, out, up, down, get off my bed. So a preposition technically shows the relationship between two nouns. Like the dog went under the bridge. Dog and bridge are connected with under. The dog went under the bridge. Usually a preposition is a where word, and it shows you where something is going or where something is, but they do connect two words, so we need to be really, really careful about that. If you think of the sentence, the dog ran, that next word there will work really well as a preposition probably. The dog ran up the building, the dog ran underneath, the dog ran through, the dog ran across, the dog ran between, the dog ran around. You could go for quite a while with that little lovely game about prepositions. So there's a few tricky prepositions that people wouldn't think are prepositions. So I walked to the shop. To is the direction, so be careful of that, children who live in a big city who forget the word to all the time. You have to be very careful you don't miss the word to, otherwise you're not connecting two nouns together. If you forget the word to, you need to be very careful, because you might say, if you're a bit angry, you might say, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go bananas. I'm gonna go berserk. I'm gonna go toilet. If you say, I'm gonna go toilet, that means you are a toilet. So be very careful. Do not be a toilet. There are a couple of tricky prepositions, and people wouldn't think these words are prepositions. The biggest one is the word with. I walked to the shops with Tom. Tom is with me, he's right here. Hello, Tom. Nice to see you. Thank you very much indeed. Also the word without. I walked to the shops without Tom. Go away, Tom. The king is from Africa. From Africa. Africa and the king, that's how they're connected. He's from there. So almost like the opposite of his direction is where he came from. So we need to be careful with, without, and from are really cool prepositions that some people might forget sometimes. Check the caption below our video, because I'll put a link to the Preposition Song, and during that song there'll be loads of prepositions that you can spot. Also, there's a little bit of work that I have set for you. You can download and have a look at that and see if you can spot any of the prepositions. However, you must remember that a preposition is probably a where word. A preposition can sometimes be a why word, and this is a really tricky thing. A preposition will begin a phrase, and a phrase is a couple of words, a few words that does not have a verb. A verb is a doing word, a doing word. So if I said, I threw my rubbish in the bin would be called a prepositional phrase. Those three words are working together to show me where I threw the rubbish in the bin. And a prepositional phrase begins with a preposition in, out, up, down, off, in, between, and it will end with a noun. So I might say, I ran over the hill. Over the hill is a prepositional phrase. And there are a couple of words that can tell us why. One of them is the word because. And I hear you saying, George, how dare you? Because is a subordinating conjunction. And yeah, it is a subordinating conjunction. And most of the time it is a subordinating conjunction. But words are like monkeys, people. A monkey sleeps in a different tree every night. Words can be different word families according to the sentence that they are in. We might say, we are not going swimming because of the cold weather. Because of, those two words together, because of, work together to be a preposition. Because of the cold weather. See, the cold weather isn't a sentence. It's not a clause. It doesn't have a verb at all. It's a prepositional phrase. The word and can also work as a preposition. I went there to see Tom and David, full stop. And David. David isn't a sentence. So I'm using and as a preposition to join together and David. It's really, really tricky, isn't it? Most of the time, prepositions show us the place, the position, or the direction of a noun. I thank you very much indeed. Please subscribe to our channel and tell all of your friends.
Preposition. Use them before a noun, 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 noun. Preposition. The frog was under the clown. It might be the place a noun is. It might be the position a noun is. It might be the direction it's going. Let's show you how they work. The cat was sitting in the garden. Your book was resting on the